Alright, y'all. Live and direct, man, from that good old federal prison, man. Yeah. Live and direct is Baltimore Ben. This is Life Changing Books, live from the federal prison with Baltimore Ben. Alright, so we're going to start off with the Bible. The Bible is an extremely life changing book. Not only is it just a religious type book, but it just got a good game on how to live your life and how to have a positive future instead of being negative. And instead of having things not go your way, the Bible will teach you how to have things go your way, because it's going to tell you stories about the things people did that led to things not going their way. And it's going to tell you stories about the things people did that led to them having their way. So yeah, the Bible is just a great read. I read the Bible as a kid. I was raised in a Christian home. So I'm not the most religious man today, but I always know that this is a great foundation. When you start reading, you should always read the Bible. Yeah. All right. So this is a cold book, 48 Laws of Power, Robert Greene. I remember when I first got to prison, I went in a cell with somebody, and before I was even in the cell, I came to the prison, and they're telling me, okay, you're going to be in cell whoop-de-whoop. Bam! When I first got to the prison, and somebody told me, like, okay, you're going to be in that cell up there. I went to that cell, and somebody's walking with me, and they're like, man, he's not going to let you in there. He don't let nobody in his cell. He's discreet. He don't like having cellies. So I get to the door, I knock on the window, and I'm like, my God, yeah, I'm Ben. Can I come up in there with you? And the way I guess I carried myself, he was like, yeah, it's all good. Slide through. So I came up in there with him, and when I first got in there with him, he told me, look, man, I'm digging the way you move. I peep your game, and I know that you're going to be somebody that's having your way behind these walls. When I first got in the door, he pulled out a cell phone. He like, man, you got to call somebody. And this was just how he was moving. And he told me, look, I'm going to give you an hour every day, and you had the opportunity to get a phone off of that hour every day. I'm also going to give you this book. You should read it as soon as possible. It's some great game. So within a week, I'd have read the book, and I got my own phone. And so this book right here, I'm not going to attribute me getting my phone to the book, but this book has been life-changing. I try to read this book, I won't say every year, but I try to read this book as often as I can just to remember. It's some great game. But the only difference is you can't take everything literally. You don't want to be over here being negative towards your family members and people who don't deserve this. But in the world of entrepreneurship, in the world of trying to go get some money, in the world of hustling, you need to have this type of game, because it's how you're going to outmaneuver a lot of people. Yeah, Robert Greene, though, he's just a legend. Everything he dropped, I'm reading. This is another book that really changed my life. And Napoleon Hill, he's another legend. Napoleon Hill is one of them guys that he was writing back in the day, and he's one of them guys that I listened to his whole seminars, and he's just a positive, great guy. But this book, I was in the SHU. Something had transpired negatively. I went to the SHU. Somebody gave me this book. I read through the book in 4 days. Just reading the whole 4 days. I wasn't watching no TV, wasn't doing nothing, just reading the whole 4 days. I did everything the book advised me to do, all the way from writing my goals to, at the end, visualizing the people that I admire, sitting at a table with me and us talking and me asking them what I should do and asking them how they did what they should do, and just visualizing it. And that's something that you learn inside this book as well too. But it's a lot of things that I learned inside this book that have made me the man I am today. I'm positive. I haven't felt bad about myself in years. Ever since I read this book, I took a few losses, but I turned them losses into lessons every time, just because of the mindset that this gave me. This is a great book, Napoleon Hill. And Napoleon Hill got some other good books. Outwitting the Devil is one that I, had but lost because they be stealing around here. You look out for people, and then they roll up, go somewhere else. It's all type of things that transpire. But that's why it's kind of hard to really, you want to share the knowledge, but it's kind of hard to do that. But, I'll go buy another book. Like, it's whatever. But Outwitting the Devil was a great read. It taught me a lot as well. I learned that I can't just be somebody that's not active. I got to be active. I got to be positive. The devil, he basically eats inactivity. He just feeds on inactivity. So that's something that I learned inside that book. But Napoleon Hill, great read. If you got time, go listen to his seminars on YouTube or wherever else you might can find them. But The Art of Seduction, Robert Greene, I just love Robert Greene. Art of Seduction is great. Like, if you're not having luck with women, though, I don't know if the Art of Seduction is really going to help you. It's more so just, I feel like it's just kind of like the 48 Laws of Power, into where it teaches you how to maneuver through the world and a little bit like it teaches you how humans react to certain things. It's a great read, but this is just the mini version. And yeah, the big book is the one that you should get. The little version was good too, though. But now this man, Robert Kiyosaki, legendary person, and he told I watched his podcast and I listened to a lot of stuff he says, and he said he was never a writer, failed out in English, and so it's crazy that he's such a best-selling author. But this is the cash flow quadrant. I had Rich Dad Poor Dad. I was looking out. I no longer have it. That's what happens in prison. You're looking out with them books, somebody will take it, and not even like they just took it from me on some like thug me out of my stuff, but just like it just happens like that sometimes. Lose track of time, forgot the book was with him, and then bam, now I no longer have it, and he's no longer here type situation. But yeah, this is the second book. It's the sequel to Rich Dad Poor Dad, Cash Flow Quadrant. Robert Kiyosaki is going to teach you a lot. If you pay attention to the type of stuff he's talking about, it's not just about taxes. It's not just about being a realty investor. It's really about a mindset shift that you need to have in order to be a wealthy person in America. And yeah, I mean, the more you read this, the more your mind will shift. And so, like, yeah, I'm real in tune with the Robert Kiyosaki podcast, Rich Dad podcast. And I'm really in tune with everything else he got going on because I want to be rich too. And he's not just a realty investor. He also bought silver mines, gold mines, and he got oil wells and all type of things. So this is somebody that's got a lot of knowledge that, you want to spend some time with. They always say that you're the sum of the 3 people you spend the most time with. And if you read these books and not talking to nobody else, you spend a lot of time with this man. So just think about that. Watch what you input into your brain. Positive input is very important. Whatever you think about multiplies. And so I try to think about things that are going to multiply in a positive manner. You know what I'm saying? All right. This is a great read. Only like 25 to 26 pages. It's called Holding Magnetic Conversations. It's by James Dennis. James Dennis is a great author. I really, if I'm not mistaken, he was also in prison before too. James Dennis is somebody that, he got a little bit of street game to him. I got a couple other books by him, the Max Bible, The Secrets of the Game. But this is one that everybody should get. And it's a quick read. It doesn't cost too much. It's on Amazon, James Dennis, Holding Magnetic Conversations. If you're not tactful, if you're not good with communication, this little read, this small read here will help you be more tactful. It'll help you be, better with communication with your loved ones, with your wife, with whoever. This is a great book. You need to read it. Holding Magnetic Conversations. Definitely. And just go mess with James Dennis. Like I said, James Dennis is a great author. Go see what he's talking about. But man, back on Robert Greene. This is something I'm about 3/4 of the way done with. The Laws of Human Nature. This is just basically about emotional intelligence. Understanding yourself, understanding other people. And once you understand those things, you can utilize that in almost every aspect of life. So, yeah, The Laws of Human Nature is a great read. I'm not all the way done with it, but I'm getting through it right now. And I can tell you now that I've learned so much about myself throughout this book because it's a straight game. I don't know what Robert Greene, I watched a few of his podcasts, and I don't know what came over him to give out such good knowledge. I've read Mastery by Robert Greene, and really anything he drops, I'm going to read it. I read The 50th Law by him and 50 Cent. Anything he drops, I'm going to read it just because it's just good game. And this is what you want to feed yourself. You want to feed yourself things that'll help you be a better person, woman or man. You just want to be a better person. You want to work on you. Because at the end of the day, if you're not working on you, everybody gonna figure you out and get bored with you. That's just the truth. So the more you work on you, and the more you can help other people, and the more interesting and intriguing you are to other people. Work on you. Laws of Human Nature. Plus, you want to be emotionally intelligent. You don't want to be out here acting crazy when you shouldn't be. And I think that'll help you. But yeah, this is something I just started reading. Joyce Meyer, Battlefield of the Mind. Like I said, I'm not the most religious person, but I do believe in God, and I do believe that positive input is the most important thing that you could do. You know what I'm saying? Thinking about and doing things that matter. Plus, Joyce Meyer is just a great writer. So the way she writes this book so far that I've been reading, the chapters aren't long. It's a quick read. And it's a great book. I recommend everybody get Joyce Meyer, Battlefield of the Mind. You know what I'm saying? So, look, it's other books I don't have that I'm not telling you guys about. But all I'm saying is yearn for knowledge. Search for knowledge. Search for growth. try to be the best you that you could be every single day. The more work you put in towards your future and towards your accomplishments and towards your aspirations, the happier you'll be. The lack of action leads to depression. So people who don't chase their dreams, those are the people that you find having anxiety attacks. Those are the people that you find, not happy with their life. And, a lot of suicide victims are the same people who settle for less. And so just read, learn, and, really chase your dreams. Don't do what your mama tells you to do. Don't do what your daddy tells you to do. Do what your heart tells you to do. Follow through on what your heart wants for your life and work on it every single day. I guarantee your life is going to shift and you're going to have a better life. Even from behind these walls, once I started following my dreams and following my heart, I've just been feeling better. I've just been doing better, feeling better, being better. And the people that know me, they can vouch for that. They've known me for all these years, before prison, beginning of prison, middle of prison. Now here we are at the end, and, they can see where I'm headed, and they know, like, okay, yeah, I'm proud of you. And just to hear that, that's one of the biggest accomplishments of my life, to hear that the people I care about the most, whose opinion matters to me the most, are proud of me. And the way that they got proud of me is me reading, me studying, me yearning for knowledge, me wanting better, me letting go of negativity and, grasping on to positivity. Those are the things that changed my life, and those are the things that you need to focus on and that will help you change your life. All right, live and direct from federal prison, Baltimore, being life-changing books. Y'all, I'll tap in soon.